Hi, it's Caitlin and I'm here with a new collection from Cirque Colors. It's the Good Vibrations collection. It's all about self-love, positive affirmations, intimacy, coziness, all that good stuff. It's going to be launching on January 18th. And I have good news. I have a new affiliate code for you. It's Caitlin10. So that means if you used my code in 2023, you can use this one in 2024. It is one-time use, so it's one-time use for this year. But if you used it last year, thank you. And then you can use this one this year. So this is another code and it'll get you 10% off on the Cirque Colors website. That's enough talking for me. Let's just look at the nail polish. Let's start by looking at the Good Vibrations collection. We'll look at the jelly polishes. So first up is Kismet, and this one is so beautiful. It might also look a little bit familiar. It was formerly known as Thistle Sheer, which I believe was in the Amethyst nail art set circa 2018 or 2019. So this one is a light gray toned lilac sheer jelly. This has an amazing formula. It's so even and it goes on like an absolute dream. And if you have skin that's similar to mine, honestly, this is like the perfect kind of nude ballet slipper, French manicure but not finish. It just makes your nails look so clean and fresh, and also because there's that hint of lilac purple in there, it cancels out any yellowness. So it's just a beautiful sheer neutral polish if you have skin like me. So this is the Looking Glass top coat from Cirque Colors. It does a great job of providing a really glossy finish, and the glossy finish does really last with this top coat, especially with their jelly sheer formulas. So I really love this polish. If you couldn't already tell, it's fantastic. I was happy with it in 3 coats, and I can picture myself doing a lot of jelly glitter sandwiches with this one. So here it is in the 3 coats with the top coat. It, for the most part, covers my visible nail line. It's kind of there, but you can see here, especially from this vantage point, just how perfecting and beautiful it really is. I just love it. Moving along, we have Hearth, and this one is a terracotta colored jelly. This one, for some reason, I thought it was a re-release, but maybe I'm just thinking of Marsala. I think Marsala jelly was a polish, but this is not like it, and I don't have Marsala jelly to compare, unfortunately. But this has a really, really good formula. Cirque jellies have such an even application. It is honestly really impressive. You can just see how this goes on. It totally self-levels, and I love the squishiness you get with these jellies. Obviously, they only look squishy if you apply a top coat, because that brings back the shine. They do dry down a little bit dull. And I find this to be a really beautiful and flattering nail color. It's really interesting. It's kind of orangey, but also a little bit pink. It's just really different. And if you like different nail colors, then I definitely recommend this one. As you can see with the top coat, it just plumps it out and gives it a really squishy, juicy finish, which is my favorite kind of nail polish finish. I sometimes like matte, but at the end of the day, I just want a juicy, squishy, jelly finish on my nail polish. So here it is in 3 coats plus top coat. And I wanted to include these shots because you get a really good look at the jellies from more of a distance than close up, and I just think they look so chic and pretty. Here we have Heart of Gold, which is a gold heart and multi-shaped holographic glitter topper. Everything in here is gold, and you actually get quite a bit on your brush in one dip. You just have to play around a little as you're seeing me do here to get things placed where you want them and spread out evenly or not, however you want to apply it. You might just have to finesse it a little bit. The one tiny complaint I have about this topper, because I do absolutely love it, but the complaint is that I actually didn't get a lot of hearts coming out on my brush. So they're in there, but I tended to get more of the discs and the hexes, but on all 4 nails that I painted, I think I only got 1, maybe 2 hearts. So I don't know. I just think there could have been more hearts considering it's called Heart of... Anyway, that's just me and my personal beef. This polish does definitely dry textured, so you'll probably need 2 layers of top coat to smooth it down. My other trick that I learned from Press Reset Nails on Instagram is to let the base and the glitter topper dry, not completely but almost, and then use gently the tip of your finger to pat down the glitter to sort of press it into the base and then apply your top coat. Here we have Zen Jelly. This one is a deep purple toned gray taupe brown colored jelly. Lots of different descriptors for that. And this one is a really beautiful, sophisticated color. It's very wintry and cozy. Very zen, I guess. This one was slightly less even in its application compared to Hearth and Kismet. I think it's just the nature of a darker jelly. I didn't use a base coat when I applied this, so maybe I would recommend personally. My nails are not the most ridged, but for something like this I might use a ridge filling base coat just to smooth it out so you get as even an application as possible. And again, when I'm swatching these jellies, it's super close up with a macro lens, so you're not going to notice these tiny little inconsistencies or imperfections in the jellies in real life as much as you're seeing here. So you'll sort of see what I mean later. From a distance, the fingers and the polish, everything looks a little more perfected than super close up as you're seeing here. But overall, it's still really quite smooth and self-leveling. Use the top coat to give that glossy, squishy finish. And this has a beautiful, almost milk chocolate appearance to it, but with a hint of purple. So here, at more of a distance, it looks pretty much perfect on my nails, so yeah. I mean, I don't really have any complaints. I think these jellies are all gorgeous, super even and beautiful. And I do really like this color. It's really interesting to me and very classy. Here we have Ebb and Flow. This one is a thermal. It turns a red tone purple when cold and an aqua blue-green when warm. It also has a sprinkle of scattered hollow. Now this one is really beautiful. Again, really easy to work with. And I absolutely love the color shift that you get in this when it goes from cold to warm. Obviously, I have short nails, so you're not going to see cold and warm happening at the same time really ever, because I don't have any free edge where there might be a temperature difference. It's all going to be hot or cold. But the hollow is a really nice addition. Thermals do tend to dry down sort of not matte, but a little bit matte, so you will want a good glossy top coat with this one. It also has tiny holographic glitters, which add some texture. You should be good with it in one thicker layer of top coat, but you might need to potentially. These little hollow glitters are just a tiny bit thirsty, but they won't be difficult to remove like a bigger chunky glitter like Heart of Gold, it'll be fine. And here you can see with the warmer transition, I put my hands in front of a heater and this really pretty bluey shade showed up. This is a really gorgeous pairing of thermal colors. I haven't really seen it much before from any nail polish brand, so I really, really like it, and I just think it's really, really pretty. I do love thermals at the end of the day because I get bored of things easy. And last from the collection is Amour Propre. Yeah, I'm trying to say the French pronunciation, so I'm trying. This one is a thermal polish that turns coral when cold, pale pink lilac when warm, and it has a rich lavender shimmer. So this one translates to self-love in French, and I just think it's a really, really beautiful thermal. It actually almost dries down completely matte, so if you wanted, you could probably leave it without top coat, but I always like top coat, glossy top coat. And this also has a really good formula. I was happy with the coverage in 2 coats personally. You might need 3 if you have more free edge or longer nails, but a really, really easy formula to work with. And I absolutely love the lavender shimmer in this one. It's so beautiful. It's also quite strong. As you can see here, I really, really like this in the warm state. If I'm being honest, I kind of wish it was in the warm state all the time. I really like when it's almost white, which I think I have another little bit of footage when it's totally hot. Here was sort of an in-between cold and warm transition. So here you can see it when it's completely hot. I just love the shimmer against the base color. It's so pretty. And lastly, but not least, we have the Do Good polish for this month. This one is a celebration of Lunar New Year, and it also benefits the Vietnamese Boat People, which is a non-profit that works to connect, share, and keep alive the stories and traditions of Vietnamese culture, post-war, and mass exodus. This one is currently available. It's called Mai Mai, and it's a bright cherry red shimmer graphic polish with fine gold to green color shifting shimmer and scattered holographic pigment. And I did look up what Mai Mai means, and it looks like it means everlasting, forever, perpetual, for all eternity, which I think is absolutely beautiful given the history and experience of Vietnamese people, and just the diaspora of the Vietnamese community after the war. So this is a gorgeous nail polish. It supports a great organization and it has a beautiful formula. I was happy with it in 2 coats. I recommend glossy top coat. The hollow in this is so beautiful. It catches the light beautifully, and of course that shimmer is so rich and stunning. I love a good red, and this one is absolutely beautiful with such special elements in it. So I have a few favorites from that collection, the Good Vibrations collection. I loved Amour Propre, which is self-love in French. I think that that's a beautiful thermal. I love the lavender shimmer. You don't see that a lot, and it just is so pretty with either the hot state or the cold state. Really, it looks amazing any temperature. So I love that. I obviously love Heart of Gold because I love a good chunky glitter topper. I hope we see more this year. Cirque Colors keeps trying. They had the Hex Girl one, which was silver. This time it's gold with hearts, and I just love hearts. Obviously, I'm wearing a heart on my sweater. And the last one that I super love is Kismet, which is a re-release of Thistle Sheer from the nail art sets many, many years ago, but it just looks so good. It's sort of like nothing on your nails in the best way. It just perfects everything with that drop of purple, and it's just so elegant. So super love that. I'd love to hear your thoughts about these polishes in the comments. Let me know if you're planning on picking anything up, and if you do, don't forget to use my code. You can save 10%. And yeah, I guess that's it for me. I hope you have a great day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye.